Welcome back to the DFS Special. I'm your host, your DFS Jerusalem, coming to you live from the list. You got 150 entries, and then you're a shark, and I don't fuck with you. So there's too much good shit on here. This is the often imitated, never duplicated. I'm here with my lovely co-host. Thank y'all. Stay safe. Enjoy. I may have been calling in to work. You're gonna be in the running for the Snowflake of the Year. Get your shit together with your snowflake. I'm at the crib, man, and I'm just finishing up. Stop. Throw them bitches in the main. I'm telling you. You're gonna see the results, bro. You're gonna see it. Just this is what's really gonna help you out. You know how I feel about the home dogs. There's a lot of fight in the home dogs, and I really think a lot of shit to go over tonight. Who that scored all them points over there? Player of the night. Get him in your lineups. Get them in there, and let's go get this money. Thursday, let's go, and remember, in the sweatshop, we always keep it 300. What's up? What's going on? This is the big homie, the DFS Jerusalem, and you can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Today, we are going to be chopping up the small 5-game slate we have, also taking a quick look back on what happened last night. Real quick, man, as you know, not only am I the proprietor of the sweatshop, I also work at a barber shop. So not only do I play DFS, I am also a barber, and I really would love it if you all would go over to my barber page, man. It is it's called Cut Some Mo. Go over there, check me out. If you don't mind, please give me a like, a follow, a subscribe. Get over there and support the homie, man. I'm trying to get that up to 1,000 as soon as possible, and I've got 5,000 of y'all, so that should be easy, right? So let's go ahead and jump into last night's stack. First thing I'm gonna do is hop into the feature 4 plays of the night. These are the 4 most talked about, tweeted about guys in the DFS Sweatshop, in the Facebook VIP, and as well as on Twitter. First guy we're going to talk about is the Who Dat scoring all them points over there player of the night. This is going to go to Dylan Brooks in 28 minutes, 29 real-life points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 5 3-point shots, a couple of steals, no turnovers. This could have been a huge game for Dylan Brooks had he had done more peripherally, but still, man, 39.75 points at 4.2K is nothing to take a stick at. Shout out to Dylan Brooks. He is the Who Dat scoring all them points over there player of the night. Next guy we're going to talk about is the How Did I Miss That play tonight. And this is going out to Chris Middleton, man. He's a guy, I kind of liked him, but then once I thought about that injury status that kind of kept him, limited in the last couple of games, the dude, I just didn't play him. I was too scared of him re-aggravating an injury, and I just didn't play him. But he definitely showed me, because he played 40 fucking minutes, 18 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 3-point shots, 3 steals. Very good game you saw from Chris Middleton. Now, the heat check play tonight is going to go to a combination of cats. Yes, Kyle Lowry, 7.2, brings you back 56.75. And DeMar DeRozan at 7.5 brings you back 56.5. These guys tonight were on. They both played 40-plus minutes. DeMar DeRozan had 42 real-life points. 42 real-life points. And ended up only scoring 56 DraftKings points. But still, man, that was a huge scoring output. And he, gave it up the last play of the game to allow Fred VanVleet to hit the game-winning shot. That was an awesome performance from them. This game did go into overtime, so that did help them a lot. But they still were already good going into the overtime. So shout out to Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, a.k.a. Air Canada. You all are tonight's heat check play of the night. Now, let us discuss that one motherfucker.
Snowflake, snowflake, little snowflake, little snowflake, falling from the sky. Snowflake, snowflake, little snowflake, falling, 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 falling on my head.
Click Capella. Tonight, you a motherfucking snowflake with your snowflake ass. I knew better than to play you. I absolutely knew better than to play you. I have zero exposure to Clint Capella for me. I knew this was not a good matchup. I think that the bait increased whenever they got the news that Nene was going to be out. I didn't understand why people thought that if the backup center is out, that's going to increase minutes for the starting center that was in a bad matchup to begin with. Didn't understand that. 7.1, you robbed people, stuck them up with no gun, only played 19 minutes. It's not like you were in foul trouble. You just were in a bad matchup and you sucked. 10 points, 8 boards, 1 block shot. Tonight you are the snowflake of the night. Get get out of my face with your snowflake ass, and let's get on with the rest of the motherfucking show. Bam. Now, as I stated earlier, we've got a very small slate of games on deck for today. I believe we got just a 5-game slate. So there probably will not be a core of plays issued out. We will chop it up at some point and really discuss everything. But we're gonna go ahead and let's take a look at the 5 games we do have. None of these teams that we're seeing today are going to be, or last night, are going to be in action today. So that's a good thing. We've got pretty much fairly fresh legs coming up for this small 5-game slate. So that's going to be useful. All right. We've got the Brooklyn Nets going to Charlotte, take on the Hornets. The Philadelphia 76ers going to Miami, take on the Heat. We've got Boston and Minnesota. Phoenix going to Oklahoma City, and San Antonio matching up with the Spurs. So we've got like really 2 games on this because the Phoenix Oklahoma City could go crazy. The San Antonio Golden State could go crazy. The Boston Minnesota could go crazy. So there's like 2 or 3 games on this slate that we really can sink our teeth into and chop it up. So let us go ahead and get it started, man. First game on the slate is, of course, going to be the Charlotte Hornets at the crib. And anytime, the Hornets are at the crib, you got to take a look at the homie Kemba Walker, man. This is a plus matchup for him right here. This without a doubt. This is a plus matchup for the homie Kemba Walker. We know that the Brooklyn Nets do struggle against 2 key spots. I'm talking against centers and against point guards. So you're gonna get. Excuse me. We're looking from a DraftKings perspective too. We're gonna go across from site to site. So what we're getting here is Kemba Walker priced at 8.7. Decent price for him at home in this matchup against the Brooklyn Nets. You got Dwight Howard at 8.3. I think both of these guys are in play on a 5-game slate. Even Nick Batum at 7.1 can be usable. We've got Marvin Williams at 4.1. And, of course, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist 3.6. I would look to Jeremy Lamb at 4.5 and possibly Frank Kaminsky at 4.4. Now, be on the lookout because Cody Zeller is going to be back. He could steal some of those minutes from Frank Kaminsky off of the bench. So definitely be on the lookout for that. On the other side, D'Angelo Russell in this spot, definitely a play that I would consider. Jared Allen could really bounce back here. He is priced all the way down to 4.6. I hate to play centers or bigs against Dwight Howard, but the price is just so cheap on this dude. And coming off of a stinker where he only scored like 8 points, I'm very sure nobody is going to want to really rock with this dude, man. But we have seen the Hornets give it up, man. The last time they played against him, he dropped 26.25 points in 26 minutes. And he was only priced at 4.9. So I do want to have a look. Look where the Hornets sit against centers, man. 49.7 over the last 5 games, 41 over the last 10. Giving up a solid double-double, 21 and 12. So that is definitely going to put Jared Allen in play for me. And they have struggled against wings. We have seen the Hornets struggle against wings. They've since kind of cleaned it up some, but I think shooting guard has been a problem spot. Let's take a look. No, okay, yeah, like I said, yeah, they tightened up some, and then small forward was another spot that I did want to check on them because they fluctuate in terms of what they give up to small forwards. Yeah, they're good. Wing plays are good. Them against the wings are pretty decent. So you might want to curb your enthusiasm in terms of playing wings against them. So D'Angelo Russell looks to be in play. You can attack them at the power forward spot. I think Rondae Hollis-Jefferson at 5.5 could be in play. Maybe even some DeMarre Carroll at 5.9. Those guys are in really good price points. Let's go over to FanDuel and check and see what the actual difference in the pricing, it looks like. Russell is 7.4. Carroll is 6.3. You're paying up for him. Dinwiddie is 6.5. Crab is 4.8. I kind of like that. Even though this is a bad matchup, he's still cheap enough to consider. Allen is 4.9. That's not bad. Hollis Jefferson is 5.3. That's going to be usable. Kimball is 9K. Dwight is 8.4. You're not getting a discount on any of these dudes, bro. You ain't getting no discount. Not at all. Next game we got is going to be the Philadelphia 76ers going to Miami to take on the Heat. This matchup, we just saw this matchup from the other day. We just saw this matchup. And I believe power forward was a problem spot for both teams. So I want to go back and take a look at what Dario did against the Heat and also take a look at what the Heat power forwards did against Philadelphia. Yes, Sarek, man, 34 and 35 and 41 in 3 games this year. Sarek is in play. This team struggles against power forwards. Dario Saric is going to be in play for me. Hassan Whiteside at 7.6. I think he had a positive showing against the 76ers last time out too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 46 for him at 7.2. That was a fairly solid showing he had, and the price now is at 7.6, so he could be usable. Goran Dragic at 6.8. Definitely a player that I can get behind. Not really digging James Johnson at 4.4, man, but the data says that he should be in play. So I want to check and see power forwards. Philadelphia against power forwards. See where they sit. I hope they got better. Good. They got better because I don't want to play that dude, man. I really don't. Dwayne Wade off of the bench at 5.4 could be a play. Ben Simmons at 8K. Of course, that's going to be a guy we can look at. I think Embiid had the bad game, and Ben Simmons had the good game last time against the Heat. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look. He didn't have a good game. 27.5 was what he had. Maybe was it Embiid? Somebody played very well against the Heat in the last time they met up. Embiid had 40, and this was last week, I believe. Was it Covington? Somebody had a good game. Somebody had a good game against them. LeBron is going ham. For those of you that didn't know. Nah, nobody balled out. Nobody balled out. Except Dario Saric was the only one that really balled out. Then we got Ersan Ilyasova at 4K2, another power forward that could give them trouble. So Dario Saric, maybe some Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid for the bounce back, quite possibly. We look at Miami against centers to get a look and see if we can play Embiid, and they have since they're not good. 38.4, 18 and 10. So I think Embiid could be in play. We can play Embiid. It's not like an overwhelming, I got to play Embiid type of situation, but, I mean, he's passable. On a 5-game slate, you got to play somebody. He's 9.8. I like that. He's fairly cheap. 8.8 for Ben Simmons. That's usable. 6.3 for Saric is fine. Hassan Whiteside, he is 600 cheaper on FanDuel than DraftKings. That's definitely usable. Goran Dragic, 6.7. Of course, that's going to be a play you can use. Josh Richardson at 6K. James Johnson is cheaper at 4.3. Wade is 5.1. Okay. Next game we got going to be the Boston Celtics going to Minnesota to take on the Timberwolves. You got Al Horford at 6.4. I think center has been a problem spot for the Minnesota Timberwolves, man. For Boston too, I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they both have had their struggles against the position, and this automatically, puts me on Karl-Anthony Towns, even though he's 9.3. I kind of like him. I think Horford is in play here. Do we get Kyrie Irving back? I think we do. And if that be the case, he's going to be in play for me at 8K. We have seen the Minnesota Timberwolves struggle against point guards. Tatum at 5K. Don't love that. Maybe some Jaylen Brown at 5.5. Jeff Teague is 7K. Not a player that I would particularly love to use here. Maybe some Taj Gibson at 5.5. We do like to attack the Boston Celtics rebounding the basketball. Jam Crawford at 3.9 could be a usable play. If you're looking for some salary savings, maybe some Marcus Smart, Marcus Morris, those guys to be played. Greg Monroe could get some solid minutes too as the backup center in this spot too. So that's something to take a look at as well. Let's go with a FanDuel. See if we got any big pricing differences. Horford is 6'6", Brown is 5'2". I kind of like that. Tatum is 4.7. That is so cheap for Tatum, bro. Kyrie 8'5". He's 500 more. Towns is 10.4, so I do like him on DraftKings because of that price. Teague 7'4". Wiggins is 6'4". You're not getting a break on a lot of them cats either. Next game we got is going to be the Phoenix Suns going to Oklahoma City to take on the Thunder. The last time out, Devin Booker went ham, I believe. I think Devin Booker went ham. Yeah, he dropped 61 on the Thunder. And this is one of the worst teams in the league. Or at that point, they were one of the worst teams in the league against shooting guards. And is that still true? It should be. Yeah, man, they're right there, man. They give up 53.5 to the position and 56.4 over the last 10. So that's definitely, you're definitely going to be looking at getting some Devin Booker in your lineups. Even though he's 8.9, it's a 5-game slate. He's a guy that could score a ton of points. So you're going to have to look at him. Elf Payton at 7.5, I think is going to be usable as well. Tyson Chandler at 4.3, don't really love that one. Maybe some Josh Jackson at 5.7. I want to have a look at TJ Warren and see what he did last time against the Oklahoma City Thunder. 26, 30.75. So that's not horrible, but you need a little bit more than that. On the other side, you got Russell Westbrook at 11.8. He's going to be usable. Steven Adams at 6.9. I want to have a look at the center position to see what the Phoenix Suns give up. I want to find their weak point. Okay, yeah, man. Yeah, Adams is good here. We're going to check out point guard and see what Phoenix is. Yes, the worst team in the league against point guards. Most definitely, bro. It's just, yeah. Westbrook, Adams looked good to me already. Maybe some Paul George for good measure. Jeremy Grant is cheap at 3.8 off of the bench if you need a salary saving option. I kind of like that one. Let's go over to FanDuel and have a look and see what some of the price points are here. Booker is 8.2. Yes, he's cheaper on FanDuel. Definitely want to use that one. So is Elfrid Payton. Warren is 6.5. That's usable. Josh Jackson is 5.3. On the other side, we got 12K for Westbrook. I don't really love that. Steven Adams at 7.1. He's priced up some, but I still think he's usable. You're getting no discount, man. And this is a 228.5 point total with Oklahoma City Thunder giving up 10.5 here. So last game on the slate is going to be the San Antonio Spurs going to Golden State to take on the Warriors here. And just quick, we've got Iguodala's a game time decision. Jordan Bell should be out. David West is a game time decision. And I really can't see San Antonio playing with the Golden State Warriors, man. I just can't. The guys that would pop out to me, maybe like DeJounte Murray, if you want to exploit the fact that Golden State does give up the point guards. Patty Mills could be in play if you're looking for a guy that's going to chuck the ball up a bunch of times. Maybe Rudy Gay off of the bench at 5.6. The guy that I like the most in this spot is going to be Steph Curry at 9.4. He's the most expensive guy on the team, but still, I think he's in a good spot here. I think they're going to need him to score. If the game does blow out, I think it's because Curry shoots well, same way he did last time. So I'm going to have some exposure to Curry. Klay Thompson does look usable to me. Usually this is a Draymond spot. He's only 7.3, so I can understand playing him. And plus, we want to be on the lookout, man, because we could get popped in the situation, or Golden State guys could rest. This is the last game on the slate. You have to go two-hand with this exactly. I don't think that you got to have the best players from the San Antonio Golden State game in order to win a tournament today. I really don't think so. Aldridge is at 8.2. DeJounte Murray is 6.5 on FanDuel. Patty Mills 4.5. You're not getting a real discount on any of these cats, man. Kevin Durant is 9.8. Curry is 9.9. The pricing is really strict across both sites. So let's go ahead and hit up FanDuel, and we're gonna build I'm gonna build the FanDuel lineup. Go ahead and throw that bit in the dribbler and see what we can do here. Let's go. We're gonna pull it up. Where? Okay. And this is just based off of who we said we liked and what we said we might want to do, okay? So, at point guard, the guy that did jump off to me immediately was I like DeJounte Murray. I do like DeJounte Murray, but the guy that jumped off to me immediately was Kyrie Irving off a game of Risk. I like him. As far as shooting guards go, Devin Booker gets a green light from me. We talk about small forward, and I think here's a spot where we can begin to pay down. Sort of Josh Richardson, maybe Justice Winslow, Jeremy Lamb could be a guy that we use. This is definitely a pay down spot for me. Definitely a pay down spot. Uh, who do we say like? Yeah, Bielita is gonna be getting the start here. Uh, I kind of like DeMarre Carroll too against Charlotte though. Yeah, give me DeMarre Carroll against the Hornets. Then power forward was another spot we talked about, and Dario Saric kind of jumped out to me in this spot against Miami. Yeah, I like Dario Saric. So now we're gonna lock in our center, which looks like Steven Adams or Jared Allen is who's gonna be. Dwight Howard at the crib looks good. Yeah, Dwight Howard. We'll play him. And then come back around. And we got 5.5 per player. I'm going to go ahead. Damn, I want to play Kimba, but 9K is just too much for Kimba. 9K is just too much for Kimba. It is. So let's get off of Howard. Because I'd like to correlate a big and a point guard in some way, shape, or form. I'd like to do that. I really would. So let's go the other way and get Jared Allen in there. Nobody's gonna want to play him. Let's get Jared Allen in there. Then the point guard. Does Horford power forward? Or they still have him at center? He's at center. Yeah, I kind of want to play Horford. Yeah, 6.6. I want to play Horford. So I've got Kyrie and Horford. That's like a center correlation, a point guard center correlation. Then Elf is kind of jumping off to me. Dragic looks like a guy that I would want to play. Yeah, I do like Dragic here. I do like Dragic. Shooting guard, Batum looks good in this spot, definitely. Jaylen Brown for the cheap, paying down some. JJ Redick is only 4.8 against Miami. Marco Bellinelli is going to place meaningful minutes. Play. D'Lo looks good too. Okay, let's go Batum right here. And now we're down to 5K per player. 2 more spots left. I'm going to be paying down to Tatum in this spot here. And now my last power forward play. Look at Hollis Jefferson. I like that right there. I do like that. Yep. So that's the unofficial lineup, man. It's Kyrie Irving, Goran Dragic, Devin Booker, Nicholas Batum, DeMarre Carroll, Jason Tatum, Dario Saric, and Rondae Hollis Jefferson. This has been your DFS Jerusalem. You can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Thank you so much for enjoying the stream. Let's get up out of here and let's get it. If you're on DraftKings, I want you to keep it all the way 350 on FanDuel. Keep it 400, but you're rocking with the best, so that means you're always keeping it 300. Peace. We out.